Elizabeth Akwal Moses. Nationality, I'm South Sudanese. Age, 21. Professional, I'm a model. And I live in Kakuma refugee camp. And my project is about drug abuse. And what I've understand about by the term drug abuse is that drug abuse are harmful and particular substance, including alcohol and illicit. For example, you might find someone is having bad company with the wrong people that is not supposed to be with. So therefore, it's make him, if maybe example he finds his fellow friend is taking drugs. So therefore, you might think of maybe there are good things too. So and also join in that and take drugs too. Number 2 is poor parental guardians. Maybe, for example, some of our parents are not serious on the young youth. Maybe they're not giving them the advice, the good advice, and so many things. Maybe like maybe if he doesn't want to go to school, you can't even tell him to go to school or whatever. And even whenever he wants to go anywhere, you just allowed him, and therefore it might make him lead to drug abuse. Employment. For example, you might find a Form 4 leaver. He has finished his Form 4, but whenever he tried to look for a place to work, no one's employ him. So therefore, affects him and make him lead to the drugs abuse. Number 2 is the effect of drug abuse. Okay, the effect of drug abuse, one is leading to the breaking leading to the break off of the family apart. You might find someone is, like for example, I said before, like you might find someone is married and is taking alcohol too and some drugs too. So therefore he might be coming home and beat up the kids, also the wife, or chase them away from home, or maybe he's having a job to do and he takes the money to go and take the alcohol, and therefore maybe he might not be focusing on their family. Second is leading to the loss of memories. You might find someone has lost the memory because maybe he takes cocaine he doesn't know the meaning of that, and he doesn't know how to use the cocaine. Maybe he might take a lot of cocaine or taking alcohol, or maybe he might take the mirror. So therefore maybe you might find someone, maybe he wasn't used to it, so therefore maybe it might affect his brain. And point number 3, lung cancer due to the smoke of cigarette. So therefore you might find our young brothers smoking cigarette, whereby it is not good for them. And because they don't have, most of them are not having parents that are guiding them. You might find someone is with their parents, but because you don't have that strong guiding or strong advice that is being given at home, and even is not being told that talents are there, that you can do something in future. So therefore you might find someone abusing drugs and lead to taking cigarettes in an age that he cannot take. And the solution of all this is awareness, creating awareness on effects of drugs. For example, I might make a place, or I'll be walking around the communities, talking to the parents, so that they can be guiding the young youth that are outside there. At least they give them a strong advice, make them go to school, educate them in a school, make them go to school every time. At least talk to them in the leisure times. At least make them have those works so that they can be not moving randomly. If someone can't even learn, because education is something that maybe some of us are not supposed to be forced on it, so at least you can encourage your child that there's something that we call talent that you can do. You might be taken to a place like, for example, Kakuma talent. You might be taken to showcase your talent. So therefore, you might find someone is abusing drugs, but because he doesn't have that guardian that is making him to do that, therefore you find them doing that. And I can at least talk to them and also talk to the people that are projecting this, guiding and counseling. Okay, guiding and counseling, maybe for the people that are taking drugs, especially the youth, young youth. They always take drugs. Maybe you might find them in lagers, some places they hide themselves so that they cannot be seen. So at least I'll be looking for those places where they take drugs and counsel them and at least guide them that drugs cannot even help. And it can lead to death. It can even lead to lung cancer as that, and it makes you, and you can even die. For example, there's a guy called Thorn Johnson. He's a model. He was taken to Paris. So this guy is a young youth too. He have tried a lot of things. People were talking about him that he wants to be a gay, and maybe if he's taken to Paris, he'll be a gay. He will be turned to be a gay. But that is wrong. He's now a model, and he has so many things in South Sudan. He did so many factories in South Sudan and so many things, and he's even helping the youth that are outside there. So at least I can talk to my younger brothers that are doing this, at least to stop that and at least to focus on what they have. Like most of them are having talent of singing. Some are musicians, some are footballers, and some are modelers. They have potential of doing that, but because they don't have that guardian that is guiding them, at least I can talk to them and even show them the guy that went to Paris, that they are all equal. They are all equal and they can do the same thing that the guy did.